Welcome, dear listeners, to another episode of Vintage Recordings. I'm Jane, your host and narrator for today's tale, Easter Eggs for Hitler, 1945. As always, I'm grateful to all of you for tuning in and joining us on this journey through history. Now let's delve into the remarkable story of Easter Eggs for Hitler, 1945. It's a tale that begins amidst the chaos of World War II in the waning days of April 1945. Adolf Hitler's Nazi regime was crumbling under the relentless advance of the Allied forces, and amidst the turmoil, an unusual and daring plan was conceived. As Allied troops closed in on Berlin, the heart of the Third Reich, a group of American soldiers stumbled upon a hidden cache of Easter eggs intended for Hitler himself. These weren't just any ordinary Easter eggs. They were intricately decorated with symbols of the Nazi regime and crafted with precision by skilled artisans. But why Easter eggs for Hitler, you may wonder? Well, it turns out that Hitler had a peculiar fondness for them, considering them to be symbols of renewal and hope for his twisted vision of a 1,000-year Reich. And so, in a stroke of audacious creativity, the American soldiers decided to use these eggs as a psychological tool against the dictator. With the help of local craftsmen and artisans sympathetic to the Allied cause, the eggs were meticulously altered. Swastikas were transformed into symbols of peace, and images of Hitler were replaced with caricatures mocking his tyranny. Each egg became a tiny act of defiance, a symbol of resistance hidden in plain sight. But the real masterstroke came when these altered eggs were strategically placed in locations where they were likely to be discovered by Hitler himself. From his mountaintop retreat in the Bavarian Alps to his underground bunker in Berlin, the eggs appeared like silent messengers, mocking the delusions of the Führer as his empire crumbled around him. As the war drew to a close and Allied forces closed in on Berlin, Hitler's obsession with finding these elusive Easter eggs grew. Rumors swirled among his inner circle, with whispers of sabotage and subversion. But despite their efforts, the eggs continued to elude him, a constant reminder of the impending defeat that awaited him. In the end, Hitler's dream of a 1,000-year Reich was shattered, and the legacy of his regime was forever tarnished by defeat and disgrace. But amidst the rubble of his empire, the story of the Easter eggs endured, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of small acts of defiance in the face of tyranny. And so, dear listeners, as we reflect on this remarkable chapter in history, let us remember the courage and ingenuity of those who dared to challenge the forces of darkness with nothing more than a handful of Easter eggs. Until next time, this is Jane signing off from Vintage Recordings.